Listen up here. Confidence comes after you act. That's right. Here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Confidence doesn't just show up first. You know what does? And you're going to love this. Failure. Failure shows up first. And let me talk about why that matters. You see, most girls think that confidence is supposed to magically appear before they do the scary thing. That's how they do the scary thing, is because they have confidence. But that's not what confidence is. No, that's a fantasy. Because real confidence shows up after you act, not before. It shows up after the shaky voice, after the awkward first try, and quite frankly, after the flop or the failure. And sometimes after a full body rash. And ask me how I know that. It's because I have this other business that I have on TikTok with over 170,000 followers. And when I started, I would break out. I was so nervous. I would get these red rash all over my neck. And I looked like I was filming in a poison ivy patch. And I hated it. And I would think, see, this is proof I am not confident for this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. And you know what? I just kept going anyway. And that's the part that most people don't talk about. Why does confidence come only after you act? Well, because your brain, it needs evidence. Confidence is evidence-based. It's not emotion-based. And what creates evidence? Failure. Trying, adjusting, trying again, adjusting again. Confidence grows from process, not the perfection. So you don't want to be perfect. That's not the goal. You just keep trying and the confidence comes. Those first videos, I was terrified. I mean, my voice shook, my heart would beat fast, my neck, I looked like that stressed out lobster. But here's what changed everything. Every time I hit record, even when I hated how it came out, my brain collected evidence. I would get comments, positive comments, and more followers. And evidence said that, you know what? You got through it, Cheryl. You didn't die. You did better. Sometimes you didn't, and sometimes you did, and you learned something. And now? Well, now I walk up to the camera with more confidence than I thought was possible for me. Why? Because I earned it. That's right. I earned that confidence. I earned it through grit, by taking those first scary steps and making those videos. Moxie, because I just kept going after it, even feeling awkward. And then my critical thinking. I paid attention to what worked, what didn't, and then I would adjust. So confidence didn't introduce me to the camera. No, grit introduced me to the camera. Confidence? It was the reward for me staying in the room. So let me give you a real life example. For a young girl, let's say she wants to try out for a sports team. Let's go with softball. And she's convinced she's going to embarrass herself, but she wants to try. She's nervous. She's never played. She's scared. She thinks everyone's going to laugh. But there she goes. She's going to do it anyway. Shaking, nervous, and probably wanting to run home. First swing, misses. Oh, second swing, misses. Third swing, maybe she taps the ball barely. To some other players, that might be failure. But to her, that was her first success. In the next practice, well, she hits the ball a little harder. The next week, she's making contact more regular. And a month later, she's stepping up to the plate like she owns it. And nothing changed except this. She kept showing up long enough to collect evidence that she could do it. She had the moxie to keep going and the critical thinking to make adjustments. Failure wasn't a sign to quit. Failure was actually the teacher. And that's what I want to talk about. Failure is the secret ingredient in my recipe. I love this because it was kind of a light bulb moment for me. Failure teaches you what doesn't work. And grit makes you try again. Moxie keeps you consistent. Critical thinking helps you adjust. And confidence is the reward. You can't skip ahead. Confidence doesn't grow in the moments where everything is perfect. It grows in the moments where things feel uncomfortable and messy and awkward. And you do it anyway, even though it feels that way. So why does everybody hide failure? Well, social media, it only shows the polished final versions, not the storm it took to get there. So why do you feel like you're behind? Well, you and I know I've done it a million times. You're comparing your first step to somebody else's 15th or 20th step. And confidence grows over repetitions. So you have to compare you to you. And hey, I am not going to tell you to like or subscribe. I'm going to tell you something that's more useful. Do one thing today that scares you just a little bit. Go ahead. You can try out for the team or speak up, hit record, step into that thing that makes your stomach flip just a little bit. Because confidence, it isn't waiting for you at the beginning. Confidence is waiting for you at the end. And every gritty step takes you closer to the end. So, do you want my full recipe for confidence? It's at PowHerup.com. Grit plus moxie plus critical thinking equals confidence. So, let's build it the way it actually works.